the song with your heart. Play the song with your heart.
I want to go to the, we got to do our weekly Lakers talk, you know what I'm saying? I got to do it, fam. The Lakers, this didn't shock me. I said it was going to be a growing process.
Regression to the mean, you know?
I said it wasn't going to be pretty early. They're 5-4 right now. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how the hell they beat the Suns, the Sacramento Kings, the Timberwolves. The fact they were able to beat those teams.
The film wasn't out yet. That's why.
But we still didn't have all that good talent, though. The talent was still bad. The bench was still bad. And yet we were still able to beat those teams. And we almost beat the Suns again. If LeBron showed up, we would have probably beat the Suns again. But, he was dealing with an illness, so I'll give him a little pass. But if he was healthy and he showed up, we probably would have beat the Suns again. Here's my thought of the Lakers. It's pretty obvious what they need. We have no bench. Our defense is not good. And we can't shoot threes. So how you going to win consistently if you can't do those three things? You can't defend. Can't shoot threes consistently, and you have no bench. Like I'm gonna say this right now. So a couple names I gotta call out right now. Number one, we all know D'Angelo Russell, dating back to last season. He's just a lost cause at this point. Yeah. He's just in it for the money at this point. There's no passion. He doesn't seem locked in at all. Like defensively. At times, he seems like he's daydreaming.
The loading screen has froze.
Offensively, he just keeps making boneheaded mistakes. Like, he'll turn the ball over. Like, some passes, I'm just like, why would you make that pass? Shot attempts, why would you shoot that?
Yeah.
How did you miss that basket towards the buzzer when there was nobody right there last game against the Who was it? Oh, the 76ers. You were wide open. Why would you go for a floater? Just go for a layup. Why would you do that? These are just some things that you just watch D'Angelo Russell and you're like, are you there? Like what's going on? Are you still mad because you didn't get paid the money that you felt you deserved? Well, this is why you didn't get the money you felt you deserved. It's because of the stuff that you're doing on the court that doesn't result to winning. He's not a winning player. He's pouting. He's not giving it 100% all the time. He seems not locked in all the time. That's the reason why
he's super poor on the defensive end. Good.
He's awful. He's very awful. Like he is really.
He's letting dudes just cut on him. He's not paying attention. Like he's not rotating fast enough. Like it's just.
And he's not closing out on shooters fast enough. Like that's one of the things that frustrates me about D'Angelo Russell a lot. Is just his lack of urgency closing out on shooters. Like he'll just allow a shooter to, hey, they get the ball and then he won't even close out fast enough. You're taught to like, this is dating back to like youth league basketball, like making sure to close out fast. Mm-hmm. He doesn't do that. Like he's just jogging back, walking back. Like there's no urgency with him, and that's why JJ Redick benched him. And I am so glad JJ Redick called him out. Normally, you don't want your coaches to call out players. You want it to keep it behind closed doors. But when your coach is consistently telling the player, hey, you got to do this better. Hey, I saw this we called him out on film about this. Hey, remember what we talked about? And he still doesn't do what you tell him to do. You need to call him out in the public. You need to call him out in the media because that's the only way you're going to deliver that message to them. And you need to bench them because you need to show that the stuff you're doing, the stuff you're doing is unacceptable. And I think what I'll say about JJ Redick is this. What I noticed about JJ Redick that's good is he understands that in order to win, you need guys on the court that are going to put the effort into at least trying. And with D'Angelo Russell, he just doesn't seem like he really cares enough and that he's really putting 100% into trying to win the game. And another thing is, you just got to play better. The only way you're going to earn minutes, play defense, putting effort, And another guy I'm going to call out is Max Christie. Max Christie is another guy that's been playing pretty bad that we gave money to. He felt like he was that Darvin Ham was holding him back. Well, dude, Darvin Ham is gone. We gave you the minutes that you wanted. You're coming off of the bench, but you're getting a good amount of minutes to show if you can play or not, and you're not playing well either. And Cam Reddish is outperforming you, and he's getting paid a minimum contract and stuff. And so what did JJ Redick do? He benched him. Well, not benched him, but he took his minutes away, and he gave them to Cam Reddish. And Cam Reddish deserves them because against the Grizzlies, what happened? Cam Reddish played way better than Max Christie ever played this season. Max Christie, he was supposed to be a guy that we can rely on as a shooter and as a wing defender, and he can't do both. He can't do either. And we paid him all that money, and he still hasn't grown as a player. I think we drafted him in like 22. This is going on the third season, and he hasn't developed at all. And yet you were demanding certain things from Darvin Ham, and when we get JJ Redick, you haven't grown at all. So JJ Redick, I'll give him credit for not just allowing these players to just continue to play, giving subpar effort, giving any semblance of offense or defense. Like these guys are gonna have to earn their minutes, and I appreciate that because Darvin Ham wasn't doing that. Darvin Ham would allow these players to continue to play that aren't playing well. JJ Redick is coming in as the disciplinarian, as a guy that's like, yo, in order to get on the score, you gotta play defense. In order to get on the score, you gotta put effort into what you're doing. You gotta look like you care. And I don't like Gabe Vincent. I think Gabe Vincent is garbage. But at least he gives effort. At least he tries. At least he's willing to do the dirty work. Cam Reddish, he's been playing okay-ish. Like, he's been playing a lot better. He'll give you effort. He'll play defense. He'll cut for you. He'll do a lot of the dirty work. That's what you want from your role players. And I understand why JJ Redick would give them minutes. But we need a trade. Like, the bench is just god awful. We have the worst bench in the NBA.
But like, who you going to trade besides D'Lo?
So obviously you're gonna have to give up some picks. Yeah. We can make a trade. It's just right now you have to wait until December 15th, I think it is, before you can make a trade because certain guys' contracts will be eligible to be traded. So we're gonna have to wait until around mid-December in order to make a trade. But in order for this team to go anywhere, they're gonna have to acquire some players via trade. My guess is try to figure something out with Utah. Get like a Colin Sexton and a Walker Kessler. Those are the only two names that I'm hearing right now that could really make a difference. Or Jordan Clarkson. But we need somebody off the bench that can give us instant offense. And then we need another big that we can count on to protect the paint, that can defend, that can get us boards. And I think Walker Kessler and Colin Sexton are perfect fits for what we're trying to do. And those two guys, I won't have to worry about effort at all. Like, you need guys, like that's the thing I don't understand about some of these NBA players is that you need pro athlete, like you have to go to pro athletes and demand effort. Like, you're a pro athlete and we have to constantly ask you to give 100% effort. It's like, really? Like, you're a grown-ass man. Grown-ass man. Like, what? So that's what it is, man. Like, you gotta have guys that are really there to lock in and to put 100% effort. And we don't have that with some of these dudes. Like, some of these dudes, they just not putting all their effort into the game.
They're not buying in.
Nah, man. And I know people go look at me. Well, Darvin, how you going to say this about JJ Redick? But what about Darvin Ham last year? Well, Darvin Ham was just an idiot. Like, Darvin Ham would just allow certain stuff to slide, and he didn't make any adjustments. JJ Redick is trying stuff. He's trying different things. It's just some of it is working, some of it's not working. So that's all I have to say on that matter, man. Until they can get a consistent bench and guys that can defend, we're not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, sometimes I'll be seeing clips and stuff. It look like JJ Redick on the sideline ready to suit up.
Bro, he be looking pissed off. There was an out of bounds play, I think it was, and I think maybe D'Angelo Russell may have been the guy out of bounds to pass the ball, and we weren't able to pass the ball out of bounds, and JJ Redick was pissed. I don't know what he said, but he probably said some stuff that you gonna have to censor out of the television screen. And what I love about JJ Redick is that he just seems like he cares so much. Like, he cares more than even the players. Darvin Ham would just hands in the pocket, just
go hard on them dudes. Everybody's trying to play the right way. Salute.
Same old face. It just seemed like he didn't really give a damn. Like, he didn't have no answers. He looked like he had like he just looked like he was daydreaming while he was on the court.
He was watching the game like us.
Yeah,
like,
he was just a fan. Like, he was just observing, like, just looking around. Like, bro, you gotta be locked in, man. You gotta understand. Hey, all right, we gotta do this. We gotta make certain adjustments. Like, JJ Redick is out there, like, really trying his hardest to figure out, how can I make this team better? How can I put a lineup together that'll make sense? And he's trying. He really is trying. And so far, 5-4 for this team. It's better than most.
Yeah,
we could have been 1-6. We could have Darvin Ham. If Darvin Ham was the coach right now, we would have been like 1-6. We would have been the 76ers situation right now. We would have been awful. We probably wouldn't have won a game. But with JJ Redick, we're at least 5-4. Like, that's better than most right now. Like, think about this. Like, I think maybe last year we started off pretty slow as well. Like, we were bad, man. We were pretty bad. I'll take 5-4. I'll take 5-4 over anything. We're gonna be playing 500 to a little bit better than 500 ball until we make a trade. So I'm not really surprised at all this. This is the expectation I expected for this team. I was watching, and we'll move on to the other teams, but I was watching this one podcast of these guys. They do similar stuff that we're doing right now. But it was like two Laker fans, and they were pointing out, like, hey, this is what we kind of expected from the season. Like, us Laker fans, we weren't expecting them to compete for a championship. Like, we know what the front office has done in the past. Like, they didn't make no moves at all. So there was no expectation coming in that we were going to just significantly improve because we changed the coaching. Like, nah, we got to make some trades in order to really get this team afloat. And until we make trades, it's going to be the same old.
Just let me be.